What have you been up
Let's
to?
get ready to DMD.
What have I been up to?
What have you been up to lately? I haven't. You know,
I'm just trying to write.
trying
this
to keep the
thing.
friendship alive.
I've been canceling every appointment I've ever had, and trying to finish this thing, and I can't finish it. And I'm supposed to finish it, and it's supposed to be done.
Why? You should finish it.
Yeah. You know what? Great idea. Do you want 5%?
No, I just want you to be happy, man.
Okay. Well.
See? That's... that's how I go to Boston.
Let's get Steve Levy up here, everybody. Steve Levy!
Hey, before we do D&D, Spencer, do we want to talk about the altercation that we saw today?
Sure, yeah. So, I was leaving Little Dom's today.
You were leaving Little Dom's.
And there was three dudes, and they were following... There were three white dudes, and they were following a black guy without a shirt who had long dreadlocks who was walking his bicycle, and they were following him and having a moving argument.
Oh, Tommy.
Yeah. And so I didn't know what the situation was, but it's always, I had listened to a podcast where someone like watched as 5 people just beat the shit unmercilessly out of this guy, and it was just horrible. And so I was like, I don't want to see like 3 guys kick the shit out of some guy. So I walked over there while and they were like yelling and escalating. And I didn't get there until they actually started punching and stuff, but like everyone was kind of gathering and watching them.
They were throwing coffee at each other.
Yeah, they were like knocking each other's drinks. Like that, I think the initial altercation happened at the Coffee Bean, and then like someone knocked a drink out of someone's hand, and then it moved outside, and the cops are called. I don't know. Anyway, I get there, and then like they're engaged, and so I just get as close as I can. I'm like,
well,
hey.
that's a nuptial spat, you know.
Oh God! Oh Jesus! What do you mean?
Wait, so this
Just a little-
fight was
just a little wordplay.
was it 3-on-1?
Well, that's the thing. It's like it didn't start as a fight, but like the 3 guys were clearly like harassing and threatening the guy to make him feel uncomfortable. And he was like, I took both of your asses on earlier and I won. And then the guy was like, come at me. And then they were trying to like two at one go at, not like tag team, but kind of like be ready to catch him off guard and stuff. And so that was about when I got there. Maybe about there was a lot of dodging and stuff. Maybe about 3 or 4 punches had been thrown. But then I just get up like in one of the guys, like right behind the guy. And then I'm like, hey, can we stop fighting? Let's please stop fighting. Can we not stop fighting? Can you stop fighting? Stop fighting. And then they're like, oh, no, see, you got witnesses here. Knock it off, man. We're the victims. He sees it. I'm like, you guys are idiots. Just stop. Come on, knock it off. And then he's like, no, this guy's wrong. And I'm like, you're all wrong. And then I heard sirens, and so I walked away because they weren't actively like looking to get in a punch at that point because I don't know. The thing is, you get worked up into this spell of violence and rage, and like it's very easy to break it, but like you don't see anything outside of that bubble when you're in it. So like I feel like I just like distracted them enough, and then I heard the sirens and I started walking away, and then a police guy like pulled a big U-turn and like stopped them, and then the black guy, he like ran to the police and was like, help me out. And then I was like, I'm out. I don't want to answer any questions.
And when the police started to beat him, what did you
that was definitely my worry.
Throw him to the ground and handcuff him.
He seemed willing to go to the police, and so I was like, well, if he's comfortable with the police.
When the police show up and there's a black guy there, that's a great time for all the witnesses just to scatter.
There was a lot of witnesses. There was just no one who was breaking up the fight.
What Spencer didn't know is that I was in the optometrist where this was all happening, and the fight was happening in the front window where everybody in the optometry building was looking out the window going, oh, like...
But they're blind.
Opening up the door like a half...
What's happening? What's happening out there?
Going, hey, stop fighting. Stop fighting. Yeah. And me and Randall Park's brother are sitting there going, dude, what's going on? We should do something. We should probably do something. Isn't that Spencer across the street? Yeah, it looks like he's about to cross the street. And meanwhile, I was like, I will fuck you up. And so I watched And Spencer had no idea that I was living in his world.
I want to say one thing. The only thing is when you were telling the story and you were narrating for the guy who said like, "Hey, I took," I thought you were gonna say. He said like, "Hey, I took 2 of you guys out for coffee. This isn't how I pictured this afternoon going." And then the third guy's like, "Well, you should have gone with my bid." They're all architects.